Alright, here we have some of the Essence and Clayton postage stamps. Look at this. This is really neat to see it in this color. Look at that. That's a 5 posts. Here we have a 10. Then here we have another 10, but if you notice they're different. Deeper in the green, and they just have a different kind of look, even though they're both 10s. Then here we have definitely different, a 70. I'm not sure if that even belongs in here. Okay, and we have this one. A3, look at that. Working. And look at this 10. Beautiful. Okay, and then here we have a 30 plus 30. Look at the paper that's on. Very different, isn't it? Okay, so I think maybe a few of these at the beginning might be rare. You know, until you start getting a little bit more that way. Then we have this here. Here's a 5. This is the Clayton. $1978 it says. Okay, and we have a 25. Very different colors, huh? I think this is when they first got to play with colors like this. Nice combination. Definitely brings your attention to it. Okay, then we get into the 5. Traditional color of the greens. And here we have a 3-cent one. Now this had to go through the double printing, one for the green and white, and one for the black and white. And we have this one. Beautiful. So that had to go, it's a 6 cents. It had to go through for the blue, and then the black and white on top of the blue, and have that lined up right. Very cool. Now this one here, woo, a 2-cent. Very nice. Again, had to go through double printing, one for the pink and white, and one for the black and white. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and by all means, share the video with other stamp collectors. It's always nice to see the old stuff. Alright, bye-bye now. Alright, this video holds 3 different stamps. Starting with these here, Quatar. Here we have a 5. A 4 NP. A 3 NP. A 1 NP. And a 2 NP. So I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, then we have 2 of these. Somalis. And these are the 1891 to 1941. And here's the second one. We have a 150 and a 4F. So that's kind of cool. One's in brown, the other one's in blue. Kind of neat. And now we have some Great Britain stamps. Alright, look at that. Very nice. 2.5D. A 4D. 1952 to 1977. Seven and a half P. A 3D. Look at this beautiful collection. London 1980. And that's got 4 pieces to it. There's a 10p, 11.5p, a 13p, and a 15. And when you get them all like that, keep them together. That's the way you get them. Keep them together. They're more valuable that way. Because that's a set of 4. Look at that. Kind of neat, huh? Alright, now let's get to some of these older ones here. This is really kind of cool. Because it's in orange. I haven't seen them in orange before. It's come in many colors, but not orange. Very different. That's 2p. And here we have a halfpenny in green, 1.5 in brown. Now they call it 3 halfpennies, 3 halfpence. Okay. That's a 1 penny. Very nice. And that's a halfpenny. Okay, I think the most interesting one out of this one is probably this one here, because he's in orange. I don't know if that's an error or not. I just haven't seen him in a bright orange like that before. Seen him in many colors, just not orange. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend. And by all means, share with others. It's always nice to share. And if you check my description, you'll find 3 of my books on there with the ISBN numbers and a little information about them. There are 2 true stories and 1 craft book. So check my descriptions, okay? Bye-bye now. Alright, here we have a variety of some old stamps. Look at that. This is a 4-pack right here. Beautiful Australia stamps. 3D. This is 1995 on these, so they're not super old. And of course we have these 200s. But look at this. This one's interesting. Beautiful flowers. 45 cents. Rose. And we have a nice old one. 2D. Beautiful. I love this one. Really nice. Just riding a horse. Let's see, this is what? 1910 to 1935. Very good. The traditional old ones here. 1.5. Look at this one, 1959, 5D. Very nice. I love the graphics of how they spelt Australia. It's always nice, instead of just plain writing, have some of that fancy graphics. Love it. Okay, then we have this one here. A 2D. 1934. And one we see quite often, 1.5. And here we have a 1929. Look at this. 1.5. It's kind of like the brown one right there. Only this one's in red. And we have the cancellation also to go with it. So we know it's 1929. Alright. And we have some 1D. Cancellation on it is 1959. And here's another 45-cent one, Give Blood. And we have a few of their beach scenery, which is 1994 on this one. And this one too. Alright, and then we have this little one here. Gotta have a little fun. 80 cents. Alright, but I think the interesting one is that one right there. That's the interesting one out of this group. Hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and we'll bring you some more stamps from wherever we find them. Alright, bye-bye now. Alright, I'm bringing you this stamp all by itself, only because I think it's very different to see that Canada will have a stamp that says 1939 to 1945, Second World War. And if you look behind the picture, you'll see 1942. So look beyond that. Do you see the 1942? Also on the right hand side it says 42. I just thought that, you see the plane. I thought that this was a very different stamp, especially for Canada to have. So I wanted to bring this one to you all by itself. Very, very different. And there's the mark of it right there. But I thought this was very different. I've never seen one like this before, and I don't know why Canada would have Second World War stamp like this. It's kind of cool to see the 1942 behind that, isn't it? Really different. Alright. So if you know anything more about this, go ahead and leave it in a comment. Be interesting to find out. Alright? Alright, it's always nice to share. And share the video with others. Because this is really a very different stamp. Alright, bye-bye now. Alright, here we have postage stamps from Canada. And these are mostly all blue. They're not, some of them have a little bit of different colors in them, but they're mostly all blue. Look at these. This is a sheet of 8. Look at that. Isn't that neat? I even got the numbers and everything all on it. Look at them real close. 10 CY. 8 SRG. Look at that. 10 pence. They use pence for Canada stamps. Isn't that interesting? Alright. These are actually 1978. Not that old. Huh. That surprises me. Alright, let me show you what else we have. Here we have 5 cents. There's fishing on the water right there. Nice little canoe. There we are. 1770 to 1857 exhibition. Nice. And we have the regular 5 cents Canadian one. And this one here with the planes, 1959. And the little 5 cent ones right there. And another 5 cents. Nice. And here we have some sports here. Ice hockey. Very nice. Another 5 cent one. Mayflower. Oh, nice. 5 cents. And a little polar bear for 2 cents. He was around. There's a lot of those. He was around for a long time. Actually, 3 cent stamps were around probably the most. Stayed 3 cents for a long time. And here we have a few of them flying through. We still get the Canadian geese coming through here in Maine. Always nice to see them. They definitely make enough noise to let you know they're around when they come flying through. Alright, look at this one. Nice. And then the swimming, 5 cents. Oh, well, this one's different. See, this one's up that way, with the little horn in the corner. And then this one uses the whole thing. 1957. Cool. Another cool thing. This beautiful classroom craft book for teachers. Very helpful for any classroom teacher. This is for K through 6. Gives you the time, classroom time required for each craft. They're all simple, easy stuff you find around the house. So you don't have to go buy anything, you know, special. And this is, of course, made by me. All classroom tested. And it gives you also any prep work that may be needed according to grades, you know, for like the kindergartens and stuff. They need a little extra help. Alright. And of course we have the stamps that we brought to you. The ISBN number will be in the description of the video. The ones we brought to you at the very beginning. Then look at this one. Isn't that beautiful? 1945 to 1955. That's a beautiful stamp. And of course we have to give our hunters a little stamp too. Alright. So maybe my most interesting one will be this one right here because it's just beautifully designed. I really like this one. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and we'll bring you some more. Bye-bye now. Alright, here we have some interesting stamps from España. This one is just so cool. I really like this one. I think this might be actually considered one of the rare ones. Look at that. Had to go into different printings. One for that beautiful little flag up there. And then one for the black and white. And then again for the red. So this is a 10 cents, but it really had to go through a lot. Beautiful stamp. It's a work of art. That's how I look at stamps, especially the nice old ones. It's a work of art. All right, let me show you some of the other stamps we have from Hispania. Starting with this one here. Very nice. It's a 1. Look at that. Can you imagine having a fountain like that out front? Beautiful. And look at the architect of the building. Can you imagine how much manpower it took to make that? Back then it wasn't with all the machinery that we have today. Back then it was all hand labor. And to be able to get it so perfect, that's a lot of work. And here we have a 5. Again, beautiful architect. I think it's the other part of that building. Just another view of that same building. Okay, and look at this 10. Beautiful monument. Very nice. And we have a 25. Just artwork. And we have a 50 here. And then a 1. And here we have my beautiful craft book. Easy and inexpensive holiday classroom crafts for teachers. Gives you classroom time, supplies that are needed, how much prep work according to grade classes. This is for K through 6. Just a holiday because it's all the teachers need. And there's my name. And in the description, you will have the ISBN number. Alright, now back to our stamps here. Here we have a 50. And I kept these two together because they came together, and I'm not an expert at taking stamps off anything. Alright, and this right here is a 20. Put right together. And look at the cancellation on there. Alright, and we have a couple of planes here. You can see the planes and you can see the ship. Excuse me. In the background. Isn't that neat? Very nice. And the two of them are together, so we keep them together. If you get stamps that are together like that, go ahead and keep them together. Just makes them more valuable. Alright, and look at this. I think that might still be part of that same building right there. But look at the beauty of that. This be what they call the courtyard. Oh, so elegant. Can you imagine making the plate for this? To have all the little tiny details all in there so nicely. Great job. And of course, back to the one we brought to you at the very beginning that I just fell right in love with. Seems to get your attention real fast. And see, it almost feels, I mean, it looks like there might be like a crinkle in the stamp, but there really isn't. It's just the way it is. See, you can see real up close. Look at that. And it's good to look at them up close like this. I know that stamp collectors want to see the paper. So there you go. You can even see the paper on this one. Very nice. Viva España. Okay, and we have this one here for 1. And this one you see quite often. Alright. So I think my interesting one out of this video is this one right here. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing them to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend. By all means, share with others. It's always nice to share, especially when you're sharing a work of art like these stamps are. Okay, bye-bye now. Alright, today we're visiting Uganda. As we turn around and visit some of the old postage stamps. Kind of neat, huh? Let's start at the beginning, starting with this one here. A 20 cents. Very pretty. And this had to go through a double printing. One for like the orange and white, and one for the black and white. Just like this one here, the 1 cent. Had to go through the brown and white, and then the black and white. And here we have a couple of the old 20 cents. Pretty old. Okay, and then the one we brought to you at the very beginning. Then look at this one. Very nice. Putting the elephants in a portrait. Combining. Very nice. Showing nature of the land. Alright, and here we have the ship, 50 cents. Sailing, again 2 different colors. One for the black and white, and one for the, well, it's not really red, burgundy and white. So you had to go through double printing. And this one too, a 5 cents. Very nice. And this one, another 5 cents. Probably stayed 5 cents for a long time. Oops. And we get right into the 20 as soon as I say that, right? Now can you imagine doing this one? To be able to get the animal just right in there. Because he's black and white, so I had to go through the second printing for him. And look at all the details. Strong back. Very nice. Then look at this one. Showing you a little bit of the land. Alright. Ah, 15. Wow. Look at that. The same picture. Whoops, up there was the 130. Now in blue for 15 cents. Very nice. More defined in the blue, I think. But the other ones are more natural colors. And then, of course, the train. Very colorful. That's when they really got into the colors. I think that that one was more natural. Alright. I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and I'll bring you some more stamps from wherever we travel. Alright. Bye-bye now. Alright, today we're visiting some of the old stamps from Polska. Now look at this one. Very unique. It's one of those that they used to cut out and give it to you. Look at the back side. It's got the glue already on it, as you can see. So it's very, very different. I think it is, anyhow. Alright. Now let's see what else we have that are the nice old ones. Some of these may even be considered rare. Look at that. Nicely framed around his portrait. Very pretty. And these here I think might be considered the rare ones. We have a 5 and a 15. So I think these will be considered rare. I don't see so many of them. And here we have a 40F. The bird. I really like the birds. And we have a 10. And here's some more birds. A beautiful flower. Ah, look at this one. This one's got a lot to look at. Different, isn't it? A lot to see in this picture. Imagine making the plate of this. Making sure that all these little details are in there. Very interesting. Artistic. Alright, and we have another one here. The little bird. And another one here. Just relaxing. And a 60 GR. A little bit more modern there. Look at this picture, then you can kind of see the castle in the background. Different. Ah, look at this one. Get the tractor in there. 1949. Okay. And this one might be considered a rare one also. And that's a 20 GR. And isn't that pretty? Like a nice tablecloth design, really. Nice. Alright, this one's another nice old one. 1943. Goodie. Okay, and this one's a little more modern. 35. 150 Z1. Different. Oh, look at this one. I thought this was very different. Very unique looking. I don't know, never seen one like this before. It's kind of catches your eye for sure. Put him in a batch of stamps and you'll point him right out. And we have a smaller one here. And then another one. Very different. It's like playing music, huh? The festival. And that one. And of course the one we brought to you at the very beginning that I thought was really super interesting. Alright, I hope you've enjoyed my bringing these to you. Be sure to sub me, join me as a friend, and we'll bring you some more stamps as we travel around the world. Alright, this is my book, and what I've had to overcome to be here today. Bye-bye. Okay, today we have some Rondays postage stamps. Look at these. Nice space stamps. 20-cent and a 30-cent. Kind of cool. Alright, let me show you what else they happen to have. Here they have a nice 20-cent one. 1970. Their stamps don't seem to be very old, so I'm not sure when they started making stamps. 1976 to 1978. So if you happen to know when they started making stamps for their country, by all means, leave it in a comment. Because it seems to be like in the 70s. Haven't found those super old ones. Alright, then we have a few of these. That's 20. And here we have another one. That's 20. Look at that. Peace signs in there. The planes flying. You have fire. Wow. Okay. Then we get into the two space ones that I showed you at the beginning. And then here we go. It's like racing, 1972. If you notice, they're in the 70s. Okay, then we have a 4-pack here. Apparently we're all mailed together, so I won't take them apart. Here's the stamp by the post office, bicentennial, 1976 stamp. And there's the first stamp, 1776 to 1976. Here's the second one, bicentennial, 1F. And a 26F, bicentennial. And an 18F. Isn't that funny? That one's 50 cents, the rest are all in the F's. Pretty cool. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing them to you. Not too many of them, and they're not really super old. Just haven't found the great old ones, or maybe they only started doing stamps in the 70s. So if you happen to know the answer to that, by all means, leave it in a comment. I'd appreciate that. I think that'd be kind of cool to check out and see. Alright, hope you've enjoyed my bringing this to you. This is my true life story and what I've had to overcome in order to be here today. And that's me. Bye-bye now.